What's up, Eddie? What's going on, Ed? All right, what's going on, guys? Happy early Thanksgiving tonight, and hopefully we're gonna have another great show like we usually do for this week. So just bear with me just for a few moments, so that way I can get the layout hooked up here. And so hopefully we can get some trains running as well. Hopefully this is a really good camera angle for you guys. But before we do that, we have a very special guest joining us tonight. So let me just go ahead and get him on with us real quick. What's up, Greg?
What's up, Railchief? How you doing?
Good. So what do you got?
Right.
What do you got running for us tonight? I know you mentioned that you got a couple of rare post-war items that you wanted to share with us.
Well, I'm down at my club, Nassau Lionel Operating Engineers. We got some cool stuff. I got my one buddy is setting up his he's got his Jersey Central FM that he's setting up right now.
Nice.
I'm sorry, did you lose me?
Just for like a moment, but you're
Okay,
okay
sorry
now.
about that.
That's okay.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Got a little bit of a rigged up tripod action going on here. Yes, we
No
got
worries.
the B&O F3s running. We got some Santa Fe F3s running. We got the 685 with some 64's. And
Nice.
we've got, like I said, the Jersey Central FM is coming out of its box.
Now, for the Jersey Central FM, you're not referring to the 2341, are you?
So I'm going to walk around a little bit.
Okay.
Hopefully that'll. I'm all the way. I'm in a corner, so hopefully that'll help out our internet lag. Let me see if I can spin my camera around. Nope. Oh, I'll just spin the phone around.
There you go.
So for anybody that doesn't know, this is the Nassau Lionel Operating Engineers layout, Levittown, New York. About 50 members. Been down here for about 20 years.
Very nice.
I think just doing everything backwards.
Okay, so I think I just saw the B&O F3 just pass by just a moment ago.
Yep. So he had to substitute out some cars. The dump car and the horse car don't play well with all the raw switches.
Oh man. Yeah, it's rough.
So he's got a couple of the rare Alaska cars on there. You got the Santa Fe. If you're doing a post-war night, you got to have Santa Fe running.
Absolutely. I'm literally like so jealous right now. I mean, the only Santa Fe that me and my dad have is the only Santa Fe that we own is the 2243, but it's nowhere as completed as some of the later Santa Fe F3 units.
It's funny you mentioned the 2243 because I was just running my 2243 just right before I came on, and I just popped it off the track to make room for my buddy to set up his train.
Just give me just 1 second.
Yep.
Ozzy, no. Ozzy, come here. Ozzy, come over here. Sorry about that. My dog's having one of his little episodes downstairs for whatever reason.
I don't think that he liked that you were talking bad about single motor F3s.
He probably didn't hear me anyway. Or if he did, I'd be really surprised if he understood English.
We're going to walk around. So this is a train that's being put together. We'll see that one run soon.
Oh, nice. I see you guys got like an assortment of some of the 64 boxcars there, so that's really cool.
Yep. So he's got the Alaska one coming out. He's got the Sioux line operating boxcar, the 64 250, which is a rare one,
Mm-hmm.
and this bad boy, the Monon operating. So here's my 2243 that I had running just before.
Very cool.
I had a much longer train. I had to strategically take cars off one by one because it couldn't make it up the hill.
Mm-hmm.
You got some guys. Hey, you might recognize Matty C up there.
What's going on, guys?
Matty C's trains. Got Ken Morgan, Bob Trinka, Ven LOE, Anthony Piccolo down there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, while I'm walking past our club car collection,
very
all
impressive.
our new cars. Going to do the shameless plug. NLOE 2023 club car, I-beam flat car.
Mm-hmm.
Available for sale right now. NLOE.org.
Really?
All your subscribers get on that. Caboose and maintenance of weight car is still available.
I noticed that you guys also have a really nice assortment of the Nathan's hot dog merchandise there too.
Yeah, so we did. We had done these cars back in. Oh, this was. I don't even remember what year we did these. I'm gonna guess these are 2013. We did these two, and then Nathan's actually contacted us and said, "Hey, we really like that one you guys did. We'd like to do a 100th anniversary." So the second one collaboration we did with Nathan's was for their 100th anniversary, which this one was, the 100th was really cool because we kind of came up with the design for these ones, but the Nathan's art department made up the one for the 100th anniversary. So it was a real cool collaboration with them. It's nice when they call you saying, "Hey, remember that club car you did? We'd like to do that again." That usually doesn't happen.
That's good partnership there.
Yeah, they were really cool people. So I'm just gonna continue my wander around. If I'm going too fast or getting too shaky, let me know.
No worries.
I just figured it's more fun than just sitting in front of one spot.
In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and hook up some of my engines here too that I'm going to be running tonight.
We got our big one Christmas train getting ready. Anybody in the Long Island area or the New York area, NLOE is going to have an open house coming up the first 2 weekends in December. So if you want to come see this layout, it's definitely available very soon.
It's also going to be that special time of the year again, guys. So if you want to go check out their layout, that might be the right time to do so, considering we're almost at Christmas time.
Christmas time is definitely the peak season. We get all the train guys come down. You get a lot of people that just, it's funny, people that don't realize they're train people yet. They have a set they put underneath their tree, and they want to come down and see a big display. And I think it really, sometimes it inspires a lot of people to go from, just being around the tree to maybe putting a layout in the basement. And then, being a guy who buys every single engine that's in the catalog.
That is true. And also for some of you guys who are tuning in with us now, I just want to remind everybody that we just had another milestone for the channel. Right now we are at 1,200 subscribers. So make sure to give us a thumbs up in the comments section below.
And tell all your friends. Let's get Railchief up to 2,000 before the end of the year.
Amen to that.
That sounds good.
So I know you mentioned you got a lot of postal items that you're going to be running tonight. However, I'm actually the opposite. I do have my however, I do have a couple of Lionel Post-War Celebration Series items that I'm going to be running. But other than that, I have my Lionel Union Pacific ST-78 along with my set of Erie Lackawanna F units that I'm going to be running on my layout here.
Very cool. I'm a big fan of the Post-War Celebration series. I'm trying to collect all the remakes of all the space cars that they made, because the originals, even in rough condition, are sometimes a little out of my price range. So for a guy like me that likes nice, clean, operating cars, the Celebration ones are the way to go.
They also run very, not just the engines, but the rolling stock runs very smoothly too.
Absolutely, with the with the sprung trucks and the needlepoint axles, they just they run circles around those post-war bar end trucks.
Right. I would say I have a lot more of the rolling stock than I do with engines. I mean, the only post-war Celebration Series locomotives that I own are the reproduction of the Jersey Central 2341 from 2008, and I also have the post-war Celebration Series 773 from 2005.
I have that. I got that 773. I got that whole set. I love that set.
The only unfortunate thing about that engine is that you can no longer buy the sound system for it.
Yeah, I also think that is the worst whistle Lionel ever put into an engine. So I don't think that's a bad thing.
No. And thankfully, I do have the Century Club 773 as well, so can't go wrong with that.
I have toyed with the idea of popping the Pullmore motor out of that, going to a Pitman motor, adding cruise control, and maybe swapping out for a different sound card. Legacy upgrade in that engine has been discussed, but nothing's been locked down yet.
I'm actually kind of in the same boat. Like I've been seeing a lot of videos of what all the guys have been doing with the Blue Nami system lately, so I'm thinking about upgrading my 773. Well, the post-war Celebration Series 773 that I have I'm basically going to tear out the old sound system that it has now and put the Blue Nami system in it at some point.
Oh, sorry. That was Matt just bumping my camera coming out from underneath the layout.
What's up, Matt?
I got buds in, so unfortunately they can't hear you.
Yeah, I figured as much.
I didn't want it to be like when we tried to go on Instagram and I couldn't hear a word you were saying.
It's all right. So I know we didn't really get that much of a chance to talk the last time when we were at York. So thankfully, hopefully we'll get a little bit more time this time around.
Yeah, well, I'm glad we finally got to hook up, because I know we've been talking about doing this for a while. Just the dates just never seem to work out, and luckily, this is kind of a tradition that we do at the club the night before Thanksgiving, for no reason at all other than just one day we said we could run post-war the night before Thanksgiving. And something we've been doing for a long time.
Well, I gotta say, your guys' layout is really amazing. Like, I can't really stress that enough. I mean, I've seen clips of it from the TM Books and Video series, but I never got the full experience of the entire layout before until now.
You know, I've asked actually Tom McComas to come back down and give us another shot. Because when they came down, we really hadn't done that much work on the layout yet. We were very in the early stages. And I would love for them to come down now and really show it off now that, you never use the word complete, but, we have gotten to the point that there's no bare sections on the layout anymore. There's still a lot of work to do, a lot of tracks to wire up.
Right.
But the layout does have that, completed look to it.
I mean, you probably could say that you might be finished with your layout for now, but like you said, there's never such thing as being done with your layout as far as construction goes.
We've got our harbor that we finished the scenery on it last year, but we still haven't wired up the control panel. We've got a whole grain loop and reversing loop that doesn't have a control panel yet. We have a whole branch line that has its own turntable that doesn't have a control panel yet.
Really?
So we have a long way to go. Actually working my way back toward that area now. So you can see back behind the balloons, there's a little station. There's a short branch line here that has a turntable at the end of it.
That's impressive.
So the idea of this is you bring in a short train, uncouple your engine, go through the runaround track and come back to the front. That still needs power. And our harbor, we just came up with this nifty idea that our control panel is actually tucked away, so it doesn't have to block the aisle.
Nice.
And it could be operated. So during an open house, we could operate and not have to completely block the aisle. So this, all the turnouts all work on this. We just haven't wired transformer power to this section yet. So there's always more to do.
You know, from where I'm at my local model train club, which I am a member of, where some of the club members, including myself, have kind of discussed about the track system that we're using on our layout, and we're thinking about switching it out for something a little bit better in the next couple of months or so.
What are you using right now?
K-line.
Okay.
We're using the K-line track system, but the only problem is when you run not just certain engines, but certain pieces of rolling stock, they have a tendency to derail on them. But also, we're not really getting any good electrical connection with it so far. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks or so, we'll be switching it out for something a little bit better.
My favorite track system, even though the club is all Fargraves and Roth, I'm a personal fan of the Atlas track. My dad and I used Atlas to build his layout, and we've been super happy with it.
Nice.
We'll try and catch this FM consist as it goes flying by. The Sentinel, the Alaska, the Monon, the Rutland, the girls' cars.
Very cool. I'm actually still on the hunt for one of those, original Lionel Sentinel cars. Even if I might not find the original, I would still take the reproduction.
The reproduction's great, and the 3-pack that it comes in, it came in I think it came with the Central of Georgia and the Rutland. And you can get that 3-pack. You can probably get that 3-pack for like $50-$60. And you get three pretty solid boxcars in there.
Because I remember Frank was actually doing a unboxing of those boxcars in one of his videos a little while back.
The original post-war one is becoming a little more obtainable. When I first got more serious into buying trains, you'd be lucky if you could find a Sentinel, for under $900 in rough shape. I've seen, nice ones without a box for $500-$600 now. So you can only hope that maybe, not good for the collectors, but good for the guys that don't have one. Maybe that price will go down.
When me and my dad were shopping around at York a couple of weeks ago, I couldn't happen but stumble upon across a couple, and they were going for probably around the $800 range.
Yeah, unfortunately, there was only really good ones at York this year. I've said this a few times to a couple of people. I've only been going to York since 2009, which I guess at this point is pretty long. But this year's York was the best York that I ever went to.
Really?
As far as, usually I see like maybe one of my Holy Grail items. I felt like I walked into the Orange Hall and within 10 minutes, I saw like 7 of my 10 Holy Grail locomotives. 6 of them
Nice.
were all on one table.
I would say the only thing that I was kind of mixed on when it came to this York October show was the amount of layouts that they had this time.
Good or bad?
Sort of in the middle. Like they only had O gauge when me and my dad were over there, which I have nothing against. But the only other layouts that they were missing were the American Flyer S gauge layout, and I believe there might have been another one the last time we were over there. I can't exactly remember.
There
Oh yeah,
the standard gauge I think was in the
yeah.
in,
Well,
what is that? The Black Hall was the standard gauge layout.
that I was very excited to see, but there was also now that I think of it, there was also the other O gauge club layout that was there from last year that wasn't there this time. They were the ones that had that gigantic replica of the Hellgate Bridge on their layout display.
You know what? I'm surprised, and I give a lot of credit to the clubs that do come down and bring portable layouts, because that's not an easy task to set up and run a layout for all those days, especially when it's kind of on your own dime. I always thought that the PCA should kind of take care of those guys, but not to get too into it, they don't.
But like you said, it was a really good show nonetheless.
Yeah. Just from the second I walked in, there was the big, I feel like everybody I knew all kind of converged onto the Vince's Trains booth, and then onto the Trains.com booth, and then back into Vince's. So we kind of kicked off the first, hour of the show with a mob of maniacs, which was actually pretty fun. And hang on, here's Ken Morgan is going to ask us a question.
I was just going to say, if you want the consist for that B&O set, I didn't run it with the proper cars because 2 have hot shoes. It's sitting on the siding over here now.
All right, we'll check it out.
Because it's got the 2 mechanized cars to go with the set.
Okay. Mike, did you catch anything that Ken said?
I did kind of get lost in a little bit of the conversation there.
He put the B&O as a complete set on the siding, so we can at least ogle it with the horsepower.
Oh,
and
nice.
It looks like he's swapped it out for one of my personal favorite sets, the Alaska set. So I'm going to go over and drool all over Ken's train.
Drool away.
Set it up.
Make sure to get a lot of buckets out.
2269 is the stage.
Yeah. Look at this. This is goodness. We got the B&O set.
That is a beaut.
And
you also
the Alaska set, the dynamic
say,
brake on the Alaska set is the freaking coolest feature.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you guys got another beaut on the layout there with that attractive looking Lionel post-war Alaska set there. I only have the I think I only have the engine and a certain amount of Alaska cars, but they're not original post-war items. They're mostly a mixture of NPC and reproduction Alaska freight cars.
I always thought it was kind of really funny that the Alaska 6464 didn't come with that set.
I also do have the Menards Alaska Hopper too, which they made around 2016. So
nice. Alaska's hot, man. People love Alaska Railroad stuff.
So do me and my dad.
I want to peek in on something really quick. The significance of the Jersey Central train that's running. So hopefully it's not too dark in here. We've got this poster hanging up. This Lionel poster. It says a collector's dream. And I always joke around that the best train in this is the Jersey Central FM with the Sioux Line, the Sentinel, the Western Pacific, the Monon, and the Alaska. So if you see the way that Anthony's got the train set up, he's going typical post-war speed, which is too fast, which is the right way.
Right.
But he specifically is putting the cars in the order of that poster, because I always said that, that's to me like one of the ultimate post-war consists I would always love to run. And he goes, "Hey, we can run that."
Now with the actual locomotive, is that variation 1, or is that the second variation with the glossy paint on it?
Oh, that's a good question. Let me walk over and ask so I'm not screaming into the microphone.
Just really curious to know.
Anthony, is that the Type 1 or the Type 2 of the Jersey Central? It's the glossy one. That is the glossy one.
You guys are so lucky right now.
All right, we could actually get it at what a nice flat surface.
Well, actually, you guys are more than lucky because you have the most rarest variation of that Jersey Central.
Well, if this is the one, people ask me, I meet a lot of people that ask me, like, should I join a train club? What's the benefit of joining a train club? And this right now, if anybody that's watching has a local club you're thinking about joining, having a Jersey Central FM is really not something that's going to happen anytime near my near future. But having a good friend in my club that's got one who will bring it down to run it, and we can enjoy it together is, that's something that's really cool. That's the reason why you kind of get up and come down and do it as a group instead of, just being in your basement solitary.
That's really like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
It really is. It's one of the main reasons why I joined this club. The first time I came down here, there was the layout was bare plywood. There was only 2 main lines down. None of the track was done. But there was a guy running a cab forward with like 30 Pacific Fruit Express reefers behind it on the bare layout. And at that time, I had like 2 MPC engines and a couple of cars. And I was like, oh man, I can come down and watch cool stuff like this. I'm in.
I'm just going to go ahead and take a minute to look at some of the comment sections that we got here.
Sure, hit it.
What's going on, Dave? Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you very much, guys. Much appreciated. We got a comment that says, I'm doing the Christmas party breakfast with Santa at my job next month. I'm setting up my trains there. I'm running 2 trains this year. Very nice.
I guarantee you will make at least 1 or 2 train fans at that event when people see it set up. It spreads quick.
That it does. Waiting for a Lionel 6-19 750 holiday caboose.
You might not be waiting long. Lionel is shipping like crazy right now.
They seem to be really on a roll with some of their engines that they've been coming out with the past couple of weeks, like the Big Boy and the number 90 that they just announced the other day.
I spent a good part of my late morning just drooling over photos of 90s that my friends were sending out. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting mine. It's going to be a little while before mine comes, but luckily a couple of dudes sent out some photos really quick. Tony the Rambles sent out a nice unboxing to all of us. RBP, he had to double dip. He went in twice on that.
Right.
It was cool to see the 2 of them together.
That was going to be my next subject, where I was going to mention that I know that Chris over at RBP's Trains already got his already.
Yeah, they started coming quick. I think there's one dealer. I feel terrible because I can't remember their name, and I want to give them a plug. That I think they're located right near the Lionel warehouse. So they've been getting stuff really quick, and a lot of guys have been pre-ordering. Somebody in the comments, if anyone knows who they are, drop the plug. If I can find Maddie, I'll ask him. But yeah, they've been crushing with getting stuff out fast. I ordered mine from Mr. Muffin, so mine's got to go halfway across the country before it comes back.
Cool.
ELW, the layout is 85 feet long, and it's 35 feet wide. And then it's got an extra 10 feet wide down here at the dog leg. but the width of the main cable is about 35 or 85 long. It's so nice when you got nice post-war that's been oiled and serviced, and you don't really when you don't get that grinding, you kind of just get that sliding sound. You can't beat it.
No, you can't. Conrail Lock 12 mentions that I've got a Lionel Southern FM. So I'm guessing that might be an MPC locomotive. That's what he's referring to.
It might be. I think those MPC FM will probably pull down a barn with one of those. I've seen the Chicago Northwestern. I think the two motors in that, you probably pull a 100-car train with that.
Me and my dad actually almost came very close to purchasing the 1979 Southern Pacific FM that Lionel made.
There was so what did they do at that time? They did the Southern Pacific, they did the Chicago Northwestern, and I feel like there might have been, I feel like I want to say there was one or two more around that era.
Well, I know that the Southern Pacific and the Virginian came out the exact same year.
The Virginian, that's the other one. I knew there was another one.
And I think my buddy, I do remember my friend Chase over on his channel, Berkshire 736, was showing his version of the MPC Virginian FM. And I was actually surprised when he mentioned this because the later, well, not just the later FMs, but the MPC Virginian FMs fixed a lot of problems that the post-war versions had with the screw hole cracks that were a common factor on the original post-war ones.
It's funny when you're looking at the original post-war ones, the first thing you have to do is look for the crack. And if it doesn't have the crack, you probably got a fake.
Now, the only FM locomotive that never had the cracking problem, to the best of my memory, was the later 2332. Well, not 2332. It's the basically the later Virginian FM. The number kind of bakes me at the moment, but I know that it's from the later production of Lionel post-war.
Mm-hmm. That's the cool thing is there's so many variations, and it gets to a point that you can't even keep track of all of it.
Nice ST-78s. Love the Train Masters. What's up, Trace Trains?
Hey, Trey. All right, so how many did you buy? Oh, what, today? But you remind me of Al Borland from Home Improvement.
Yeah, you do actually.
I don't think so, Tim.
I'm surprised I actually didn't notice that until this very moment.
Yeah, well, you know what? You get a big guy in a flannel. You know what? I'll take Al Borland. He was a cool guy. He ran tool time.
And he still looks good to this very day. I mean, if you see him on TV now, he looks like he hasn't even aged at all.
Oh, that's good. Then I'll definitely take that compliment.
I'm preparing to set up my Christmas tree and setting up my trains under the tree this year. Very neat.
Yeah, I'm 2 weeks away from my Christmas tree. Our apartment gets really hot, so we got to wait until like the first week of December. Because the radiator just dry the poor tree out. You can't go wrong with a KW transformer, Brandon. Those are bulletproof.
Just like the ZW before it.
Exactly.
Hey, Railchief, happy Thanksgiving. Thank you very much. Happy Thanksgiving to you too.
All right, Railchief, I am going to sign off in a minute or two because my arm is getting tired from carrying this around, and I'm getting a little hoarse, and I want to go hang out with my boys. But this has been a lot of fun, man. I'm really glad we finally got to hook up.
Well, thanks again for joining me tonight. It was really great talking to you, Greg.
Yeah, you too. We got a couple more. Maddie C and I have a couple of cool runs planned for the new year, so we'll definitely try and hook up with you and maybe go live and get a half hour of showing folks what we're up to, because if you can let somebody else see a train running and let somebody else halfway around the world or wherever they are enjoy it with us, what's better than that?
That sounds like a great idea. And also, just before you go ahead and log off here, I never got a chance to mention this to you a couple of weeks ago, but I was really stoked to see you and Sam in the Orange Hall when me and my dad first got there. Like I knew right at the minute who Sam looked how. Let me start that again. I was really stoked to see you and Sam in the Orange Hall this year. Like I knew right at the minute who Sam was, and then when I saw you, I was like, no, wait a second, it's come to me. I know exactly who this guy is. And then I realized it was definitely you. Like,
I think it was funny. I read your name tag and I was like, Michael. I'm like, oh, Railchief, right?
Right. That's exactly how I was when I read your name tag as well. I'm thinking to myself, okay, Craig, isn't it? Like, it's got to be. Like, there's no doubt that it shouldn't be.
I got to tell you the truth. So many people that are in the online train community. Just moments like that, walking up to people, just walking up at train shows, and you see everybody, and you see all these faces, all these people. You kind of feel like you already know them. But even the guys that you're not friends with and aren't in your circle, you know their name. And you know what? We all follow each other. Everyone knows who everybody is. So it's really cool. So it's almost like the introduction's already made before you even have to make it.
Definitely.
And that's really cool. And that's something that's really special. And I'm glad that whole community really seems to be building and thriving. And it's cool. We're taking over.
It's very cool. And once you officially become one of the model train community, you almost become a part of the family too at the same time.
It really is, because it's all this. Then there's you get into all the Instagram groups and the group chats and live videos, and then when guys go live, I've seen the comment sections take on a life of their own in live videos. And I like to have fun too. I like to troll my friends in their videos and start typing nonsense.
Definitely.
Like when Jason goes live, you got to be like, "Hey man, run some Norfolk Southern."
Or where are your Conrail ST78 locomotives tonight, or the -9s or whatever?
Yeah, like harass RBP. Come on, man, run a Hudson. What are you doing? All right, man. This has been a blast. I need a soda to quench off, and I'm looking forward to coming back and watching this maybe tomorrow afternoon after I have some turkey.
Nice. Once again,
all right.
Craig, thank you again for joining me tonight in the live stream. It was really great to talk to you once again.
All right, thanks you too, man. Hey everybody, I'm on Instagram and YouTube as Gauge Greg, and Nassau Lionel Operating Engineers on Facebook, and at Nassau NLOE on Instagram. Happy Thanksgiving, dude. It's really good to see you.
You too.
I'll talk to you soon.
Take care, man.
Take it easy, man. Bye.
And for those of you guys out there who want to go check out Craig's channel on YouTube, I'll make sure to leave that down in the link below as well. And I am also thinking about logging off a little bit early myself, but in the meantime, we still at least got maybe 30 to 45 minutes left. So I'm going to go ahead and shut up and let you guys enjoy the trains run here. So let me put you all at a good camera angle here, so you don't get bored with seeing me have the tripod at a almost exact same position like I usually do every night. So enjoy. Greenberg Train Show in Edison this weekend. Can't wait. Well, I hope you have fun, Ed. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. Happy Thanksgiving to you too. So let me know down in the comments section below if you guys can still hear me or not. Once again, if you guys can still hear me, make sure to give me a thumbs up. But if not, make sure to give me a thumbs down. Thanks, man. Thank you very much. So um, like Greg mentioned a little earlier, let's try to get to 2,000 this time. That's going to be our next objective for the channel.
You are clear into the station. Welcome back.
Now the bullfrog snot that I used was for Let me just hold on just for a second here. I want to wait till this thing stops buzzing first before I tell you. Really does sound like a real railroad tonight, doesn't it, guys? All right, so anyway, I haven't really used the bullfrog snot recently. The only engine that I used it on was for the Pennsylvania K-Line torpedo. If you guys haven't checked out that video just yet, I'll make sure to leave that in the link down below as well. I don't have it in the link down below as of right now, but I will do that as soon as this video uploads. But overall, it's holding up pretty good. I mean, I can make it go a little bit faster if you want to. I mean, if that's okay with you guys watching. So, if anybody wants to see me crank up the speed on the ST78 here, make sure to give me a couple of train emojis with a couple of thumbs up emojis. We got one that says it's at a good speed, so that's fine with me. But I think we're going to need to fuel this engine up pretty soon, so I'm going to take it around the layout one more time, and then we're going to go take it over to the fueling station over to the yard area, or on the siding. It's not technically called a yard, but whatever you want to call it. We're going to go ahead and uncouple the train, and we'll take it over to the Mark's fueling station. We'll fuel it up. What's going on, Anthony? Happy Thanksgiving to you as well, my friend. Hope everybody gets to eat a lot of turkey tomorrow, because you know that I sure will. let me know down in the comment section below if there's anything else that you guys want me to run for you all tonight. Hey, what yours is mine and what's mine is yours. So, all things considered, it's all of our birds. Or only one big, gigantic bird that we're all excited for tomorrow. I also have a Baltimore and Ohio set here that I'm willing to swap out in case anybody wants to see that run tonight as well. Well, we're actually not going to have like a really big production this year when it comes to having family come over. However, my mother and his girlfriend are going to be coming over for the next couple of days, so they're going to be celebrating Thanksgiving with me and my parents. But usually when I have visitors come over, they would stay up here for at least like 15 to 20 minutes. And that's also another thing, because my layout isn't really as big as some of you other guys' layouts out there, so there might not be a whole lot of train action, but there is definitely a whole lot of accessory action on this layout. And then as for some of the engines and pieces of rolling stock, you know, nobody's really too picky on whatever I run here. I mean, whatever I mostly have out here on that specific day, I mostly just run for everybody. But I also do like showing everybody around the train room here, and I also like sharing some of the other items that I have in my collection as well. But if somebody did, you know, come by to see the layout and might say, you know, I have an old Lionel post-war set, or, you know, my father or grandfather had that specific train set, and they go into a lot of detail on what set that they have, then I would definitely run it for them. You're too kind, Brandon. You're very kind. This is for you, man. Identified, I'm pretty sure that you might not be on right now at the moment, but this is my shout out to you, man, because finally got your stickers. So thank you once again. All right, so since nobody is really, suggesting, any engines down in the comment section, I'm gonna go ahead and swap one of my other ones out for my Jersey Central Camelback. What's up, Frank? Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. Thanks, Frank. So, guys, let's try to see if we can make it to 2,000 this time. That's going to be my next priority. So for some of you guys who are just tuning in right now, you know, if you see my thumbnail with both my profile picture and Greg's profile picture from O Gauge Greg, he was just on a little bit earlier before, but unfortunately he had to leave a little bit earlier tonight. So but while he was on, he was giving us a really cool look and an overall really great experience of the Nassau Lionel Operating Society of New York. So that was really exciting. And don't worry if you guys missed him. You know, this video is going to be uploaded once everything is all done here. So that way you guys go check out that interview that I did with him earlier on in the live stream. So you don't have anything to worry about. But right now, the engines that we're currently running is the Lionel 771 Jersey Central Camelback, along with the 8049 ST78 in the Union Pacific paint scheme. And then finally, we have a traditional post-war celebration series 58 Great Northern reproduction snowplow. Or in other words, we have the reproduction of the 58 Great Northern Lionel snowplow from 1960. But this is the remake from 1998. So just like with the original, this one still runs pretty good. It usually comes with TMCC, but unfortunately, I can't program it into TMCC because I had to get a new circuit board for it, and the circuit board for this, you know, motorized unit is no longer available. So I'm only running this conventionally. But everything else you see on the layout that's running, I'm running with my Trainmaster command control system. All right, guys, I'm gonna let them all run for at least about like 5 to 10 minutes more, and then I'm gonna go ahead and shut everything down. And then we'll wrap everything up from there. Hopefully, start monetizing from the ads to put dollars into new engines and tax wire. It's a tax write-off for money earned on YouTube. Yeah, I wish I could, but it's complicated right now. Both the engine and the booster really starting to clog up the ring right now. So what's everybody else got planned for Thanksgiving tomorrow? You guys having family over? Are you doing anything special? Make sure to let me know in the comments section on what you guys are doing. Or what you guys have planned for tomorrow for Thanksgiving. Going to the in-laws for Thanksgiving. It's very unique. Trying to finish up another video on troubleshooting field coils. Nice. Can't wait to see that. Well, that's no fun. What's going on, Danny? You just missed the interview that I had with my friend Greg over on his channel, Low Gauge Greg's Trains. But if any of you guys are watching this video and it's already uploaded to YouTube, you can go ahead and rewind the video and start from the very beginning. Me and Greg were talking about some of the stuff and engines that we like in our collection, such as Lionel MTH or Atlas. And Greg was also showing us a couple of his rare post-war items that he brought to his club over at the Nassau Lionel Operating Society in New York City. But once again, make sure to let me know in the comment section below on what you guys are going to be doing for Thanksgiving tomorrow. I know Frank over here kind of mentioned that he and his family had to cancel Thanksgiving this year, so you're excused from that. So as of right now, we've been on for at least like an hour and 55 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and slowly start to shut everything down here, but we still got at least like 5 minutes left. So enjoy the rest of the running stream, or enjoy the rest of the running session, I should say. And I'll catch up with you guys in just a minute. Working on cars for the big show on Saturday at the First State Model Railroad Club. Nice. Very cool. Me and my club are also getting ready for the big holiday train display at our local library this weekend too. I have some K-line track that I got a year ago at the auction mixed assortment, but don't have a need for. I came with a box of MTH that I had wanted to use for the train that I have Eddie parents, whatever that means. Hey, nothing to worry about. I'm just really glad that you guys came and hang out with. I'm just really glad that you guys, had the time to come and hang out with me and Greg tonight. But anyway, let's go ahead and shut down the 771 here. We'll give that a break. Thanks for stopping by, Frank. Hope you have a happy Thanksgiving tomorrow. All right, let me just spin the camera around here real quick before we go ahead and sign off here. I guess I can't do it. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and log off here. But before I do, I just want to wish everybody a very happy and a very healthy Thanksgiving for this year. And hope you guys get to eat a lot of food tomorrow and make sure not to eat too much at the same time. And also, well, not only just that, but also make sure to leave some room for dessert, including pumpkin pie. Because, Thanksgiving isn't really completed without pumpkin pie whatsoever. So anyway, thank you all for tuning in tonight, and a special thank you again to Greg from his channel for joining me tonight as well. I know he had to leave a little bit earlier tonight, but that's okay. We will catch up with him again at some point in the near future. But as of right now, thank you all for tuning in, and happy Thanksgiving once again. Take care, guys.